Well, welcome race fans to the 2011 season opener for the Super Sportsman Tour here at Lincoln Speedway on April 2nd, 2011. I just want to let all the fans out here know that we're going to be doing a new feature here on PAPosseracing.com called Super Sportsman Weekly. And every week we plan on having drivers that win, interview the drivers the following week. So whoever tonight's winner will be, next week at Williams Grove, we will have him interviewed to talk about the night's racing and what it took to get to victory lane. For a preseason special tonight, I plan on having about 4 drivers. We're going to have 2010 Tour champion Frankie Herr. Plan on talking to runner-up in points Carmen Perigo Jr. We're going to talk to Greg Foster, an up-and-coming driver who had a breakout season last year. And we're also going to talk to Jason Fry, who's coming back from a bad concussion and injury he sustained last year, and how excited he is to get back to racing. So I hope you enjoy the interviews this week, and I hope you tune in every week to check out what these sportsman drivers go through every week to get their race cars to the track. And always, as always, thanks for watching on PAPosseracing.com. Once I'm here with 2010 Super Sportsman Tour champion Frankie Herr, driver of the Victory Lane Construction number 99. Thanks, Frankie, for coming on the show.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks.
Well, sir, 2011 season opener is here. Hopefully this year starts out a lot better than what last year here started for you. If I remember correctly, you ended up in 3 and 4 on your roof here.
I don't know. We forgot about the bad. Just remember the good. I like to pick up where we left off last year, so we're looking for good things, and we're excited to be back racing.
Yeah, well, last year you returned to have the championship once again. You and Carmen gone on it the last couple of years, and you finally took your spot back where you belong. How many championships is that for you now in the last couple of years, if you remember?
We got, I don't know, I think a total of 15 between the Tour and the Springs and the Grove, something like that. We've been pretty fortunate, been around good people, and that makes a big difference.
Yeah. Well, I agree. I know you've been one of the drivers to watch every week. You're a threat to win everywhere you go. What do you think about, obviously you plan on running the full year here this year?
Oh, absolutely. We're dedicated to the Super Sportsman division. Really like the division, and hope it keeps on going.
Well, that's good. I know we're here at Lincoln tonight where the Sportsman 100 is. Next week's Williams Grove for the Saturday night series. I know you're probably looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, I enjoy running different racetracks, and you're not always at the same track, and I don't mind that one bit, and I enjoy that, and I'm glad that Lincoln allowed us to do some racing here again this year.
Well, I want to thank you for coming on the show once again. You want to tell us some of the people to help you get here every week?
Absolutely. Gary, Fastener Specialties Motorsports, Victory Lane Construction, Credit Connection, Tyson Fence, and my buddy George Kinderman from George Kinderman Automotive. And I got to thank, just got a new sponsor, State Farm, Denise out of Mechanicsburg.
Well, race fans, there you have it from the defending champion. I'm sure all the Frankie Herr fans out here have plenty to cheer about as the season gets started. Want to thank you, Frankie, for coming on the show. Welcome back, race fans, to Super Sportsman Weekly. I'm standing here with Carmen Perigo Jr., driver of the Walt Bigler Special number 93. Carmen, I want to thank you for coming on the show this week.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate you guys, supporting us and giving us some exposure.
Yeah, no problem. I know I appreciate it. It may not be the Springs, but as far as I'm concerned, this is the best racing we could have without a front wing on the front. You guys put on a heck of a show every week. Here we are, 2011 season opener at Lincoln Speedway. Last year, season opener for you here went pretty well.
Yeah, I ended up getting here late about 2 minutes before warm-ups, and usually the night doesn't go good when you start it off like that, but it went picture perfect. I mean, we won the heat, won the feature, and started off good.
Well, I know you're one of the top contenders year in and year out. I was talking to Frankie earlier tonight, and he pointed you out as one of the main people he's got to watch out for every year. You guys have alternated championships the last couple years. You finished second in points last year, and it came down to the last race once again.
Yeah, we like to keep it interesting. Don't like to let anybody run away from it there, but we'll give it our best shot this year to knock them back down there.
All right, I look forward to the battle, that's for sure. What's some of the people to help you get here every week between sponsors and crew members?
We got Walt Bigler and his wife Lori, the car owners, a whole bunch of crew members there, Paul, Jimmy, Big Jim, Brian, a whole bunch of guys there. I'm not even sure on the sponsors here. This is first I saw the car this year, pretty much. I went down before it was lettered, but I'm not sure who all we have this year.
Well, I'm sure everybody out there looking for sponsorship opportunities, this is one of the most famous cars on the Super Sportsman Tour. You'd be good to get on it, that's for sure. Well, Carmen, I want to thank you for getting on the show this week. I hope that we'll be able to talk to you again. You win, you'll be back on the show, and I want to thank you and wish you the best of luck this coming season.
I hope to see you next week too there.
Sportsman, I'm standing here with driver Jason Fry, driver of the Tool Shed of America number 10. Jason, coming back from injury, I'm sure you're excited to get back behind the wheel.
Yeah, it's been a couple months. since we missed the last 2 or 3 months of the season last year, it actually feels like it's been a few years. So I'm pretty anxious to get back in a car and go play in the mud.
Well, I'm sure he is. For you fans that don't know, last year in August, Jason was injured in a crash with about 2 laps to go in a feature at Williams Grove Speedway in turns 3 and 4. You ended up having a concussion, and what other injuries did you end up having?
I had some rib injuries, some shoulder injuries, and brain contusions and swelling, and the head injuries were the severe part of it. So doctors actually wouldn't clear me to race for about 6 weeks. And once it was all good, we came back and made an attempt at the 100-lapper last year, but it was kind of scattered and throwing things together at the last minute. And we got here and at least got to attempt to run a few laps, but things just didn't work out.
Well, you're all clear from the doctors now. You're ready to go full bore this year?
Yeah, I'm feeling 100% better. I still got a little bit of pain every now and then in my shoulder, but it's nothing to affect racing end of things. So it's just pretty much full steam ahead and let's go play.
That sounds good. Now you got to win at Port Royal 2 years ago, Badford last year. So we got to get one here. We got to get one at Williams Grove. You got to keep your streak going, getting one a year at least, right?
Yeah, we got a couple tracks that definitely owe us, and this is one of them. We've had a lot of strong runs that ended in disappointment with crashes. Some really good runs from deep in the field where we almost got to the front, but cautions just didn't fall right. So sooner or later, it's bound to happen.
I totally agree. What's some of the people that help you get here every week?
The big one's my dad every year. He's pretty much putting his heart and soul into this thing all the time. And then we got the entire crew busting their butts every week all winter long through the cold weather that doesn't seem to want to go away right now. And on the sponsor end of things, we got Tool Shed of America and Angie's Bark Avenue, Simpson Racing Products, and Jack Fry's Garage.
Well, there you have it, race fans. I want to thank you for coming on the show this week, and make sure you keep an eye out for Jason Fry this year. Coming back from injury, he's one of the good guys to root for. I'm here with Greg Foster, driver of the John Surma Racing number 32. Thank you, Greg, for coming on the show.
Hey, thank you.
Well, Greg, I want to say I've seen your car. What stuck out to me, I've seen your car at the race car show in Oaks, PA here earlier this year, and the car caught my eye. And what I really wanted you to come here and talk about is this Race to a Cure sponsorship. How'd that deal come together, and what's that sponsorship all about?
It's a sponsorship that started with the owner of the company is Daryl Dissinger, ex-super sportsman driver. He now runs Modifieds. It's a nonprofit organization that helps out females with breast cancer.
Oh, okay. So that's obviously an awesome cause. I'm sure you're proud to have those colors on the car.
Yes, I'm very proud to have those colors on the car. It's a very good organization. Recently, even in our racing family, a friend of ours just got diagnosed with breast cancer. So it really meant a lot after that. We already had the sponsorship, and it really meant a lot just to have that in our racing family.
Well, I'm glad they're kind of on board. It's nice to you to put it. It's a different kind of company to have a race car sponsorship, for sure. I've been friends with you since your street stock days at Silver Spring, and you got into Super Sportsman a couple years ago, and then you got in this car particularly, and it seems like this deal really started coming together. You were real fast, got a run at Port Royal last year, and was consistently top 5 in points for almost the whole year.
Yeah, we had a really good year last year. I mean, these guys alone are they're the best race team I ever worked for. We had a really good year. We led the points, I think, all the way up till July. Blew up like 3 or 4 motors. I wrecked at Susquehanna. End of the year, we didn't fill out as good as we started, but we're going to get them this year.
Well, I certainly hope so. You're one of the good guys in the sport, fans. Well, I hope wish you the best of luck. Who are some of the other guys that help you get here every week?
Well, John Surma from 209 Auto, he's the owner. Joe's Auto Repair, which is also up in Tamaqua. Dyco Electric Company out of Camp Hill, Harrisburg area. They help us out a lot. And that's pretty much all we have for sponsorship. And just all these guys that you see behind me. I mean, they're still working on the car as we're here. So they put in countless hours, just to make one of these things go. So
I understand some people don't realize with the Super Sportsman division how much time, money, and effort goes into putting one of these cars together. They don't always think about it. That's for sure. I understand what they take. Well, I want to thank you for coming on the show. I wish you the best of luck this season. Hopefully we get to talk to you again. We're going to interview hopefully next week. You win, you get on the show next week for sure. All right, fans, well, I want to thank you for watching Super Sportsman Weekly, and hopefully you get out to a Super Sportsman race sometime this year and check out Greg Foster. He's definitely one of the good guys in the sport.